And
Thank you, Joe.
No.
Motion to, oh no, it's to
No ad-libbing.
oh, yeah.
I already tried to adjourn. Joe wouldn't let me.
In accordance with the requirements of the open meeting law, please be advised that this meeting of Pacc is being recorded and will be uploaded to the Lunenburg Access YouTube after the meeting. This meeting is being held in person at the location provided in this notice. Members of the public are welcome to attend this in-person meeting. Please note that while an option for remote attendance and participation is being provided as a courtesy to the public, the meeting will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the virtual broadcast, unless otherwise required by law. Members of the public with particular interest in any specific item on this agenda should make plans for in-person rather than virtual attendance accordingly. Zoom meeting information is in the notice. The agenda lists all the topics which may be discussed at the meeting and others reasonably anticipated by the chair. Votes may be taken as a result of these discussions as noted in the agenda. That was that.
Thank you.
Not all items listed may in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may also be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by the open meeting law. So were we to do roll call, we would start off by saying, Steve, are you here?
I'm here.
Brian?
I'm here.
Faith?
Here.
I'm here, and we have Joe, manager, with us as well. Are there any public comments? Seeing or hearing no public? Any committee comments? Hearing none? Any communications of consequence? Okay, we do have the minutes sent out by our trustee secretary. So, I'm in rusty. Does anyone have any questions or comments on
There were a
minutes?
couple of small typos.
You know what? My word is no longer correct in spelling.
Really?
And I went in and I clicked it again.
Oh,
It's, all right, what can I do to help you?
Yeah, I took a photo this time, so I remember what it was. Under studio space, you have uncone instead of unknown.
Studio space.
And
Oh, yeah, there should be an N there.
under cable advisory, there's proceed is one of the E's is out of order. It's proceed.
oh,
All right, how do you spell proceed?
Proceed.
Or two E's. Yeah, you're right. Once again.
And that was it.
Ooh. We need people.
Yeah. I make a motion to accept the minutes as amended or as
so here a
corrected.
second.
I will second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Oh, I bet you.
Oh, glad you're taking this seriously. I can roll back at the wrong sheet.
Right, Brian?
We have the manager's monthly report. One thing, oh no, the item after this is the budget update.
I will
So,
proceed with that after.
yeah, that's,
my
I just want
report.
to make sure.
Manager.
You're in the
Sure.
right place in the agenda.
Sure. This is Joe Toll speaking. My monthly manager report for February. We finished the basketball season. We did quite a lot of basketball games. We did some hockey, so we finished the hockey season. I think we did 3 hockey games. We recorded the school Committee Budget Forum on the 2025 budget surplus at the beginning of the month. I'm just listing special meetings, not all meetings. We recorded the Water District special meeting on the 25th of February, and we will be recording the Water District annual meeting on March 28th. Eric updated the studio inventory with keep and discard sections. It's now in review. I have to review the different items that he has listed. This will be important if we have a move. So I'm working on that. I met with Ockers about a week or so ago. They put in a loaner network switcher to see if it's causing the audio disruption problems in the Bellotta room. So far, we haven't had any disruptions this week, but we're still monitoring that.
We need to buy one, do you think?
If this proves to be the problem, yes.
And they're not very expensive.
No, no, they're reasonable. On a bright note, we completed a video about Officer Bradley McNamara solving the Bitcoin scam in town. And also it covered how to avoid scams. It was put together by Dan Seminator and Victoria Ledger. They were the producers on it. It came out fantastic. I'll send you a link to it. Yeah. Yeah. I sent a link to Officer Bradley and Chief Thibodeau. And they were thrilled with it. And I also sent a link to the town manager who said it was excellent. So
When
It
is
was-
it going to be broadcast?
it's broadcasting now and it's on YouTube. It has almost 200 views.
Hmm.
So it's going really, really well.
You also put it up on MMX.
I did only one download
Really?
in a week
Interesting.
or not quite a week. About 4 or 5 days.
So I saw your mass access listing.
Yeah. I was hoping that would help.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Might catch on. I met with Steve Walker and Nate Glennie to discuss an FATV partnership, and we'll meet again on March 4th. If you're not aware, we are in talks to potentially be in partnership with FATV and share their space with them.
Mm.
TCP is shutting down and we need a home and they are willing to discuss it with us. So we're still in early talks.
Very early talks.
And that's encouraging.
It is. It's been going quite well. Last thing, and it leads into the next thing on the agenda. I've been working on the FY27 FinCom template budget presentation. I did show you a budget presentation a couple of months ago that was supposed to be given to the tri-board. That is now to be given to FinCom. I made quite a few updates and I will pass out the presentation to you momentarily. There's been some updates to that. So, and we're presenting to FinCom on this Thursday, March 5th. And that's all I have. Do you have any questions?
So thank you, Joe. Would you care to present the presentation?
Yes, I didn't bring my computer. I thought it would be easier to read it, print it out.
Thank you, sir.
Someone to persuade the people to put the standard together. Don't use a dark background, it sucks ink out of my.
Yes, it's very difficult. So, actually, before I move move on, I didn't address the packet that I gave you. Steve already got the balance of $1,076,670. But just to draw your attention to our program analysis after the financial reports, we are at 80% locally produced programs, which is sort of the sweet spot. It's really the minimum of what I'd like to see.
Mhm.
And we're up to 109 programs. And we were 80 programs for the full year last year. So we're doing quite well with the public Channel 9. And that's, I just wanted to draw your attention to that before we started the presentation. So you have the presentation in front of you. As I mentioned, it is a FinCom template, which is much shorter than the one that I had presented a couple of months ago. So if you go to the second page, department overview, the key services are listed. Coverage of 20 board and committee meetings, it's actually 21. Recording of town events, presentations, and concerts. Broadcast of several LHS home sport games. Maintained social media, including YouTube channel videos. Produces original local programming in studio. And we respond to special requests from town departments. Informational sessions and announcements. That's our key services. Our organizational structure is the town manager manages the department head, myself, and I support Pacc. So that's what the line to the side is. I'm 36 hours a week. Production technician is 23 hours a week. Videographers are 2 to 10 hours a week. And the bulletin administrator, she manages her own hours. She doesn't submit time cards very often, so I can't really give you a feel for what her hours are per week. It's really, from past history, it's really a couple of hours, 2 to 3 hours a week. Okay, the next slide. All right, the next slide is very difficult to read, so
Yeah, a little bit.
so on the next page, it's the actual
Oh, okay, thanks.
budget. With the percentage change from FY 26 to FY 27. So, and under salaries, we've gone up from 100, we are going up from 102,100 to 112,918,000 for salaries. This year, it looks like we're going to exceed 107,000. We're going to have to do a line item transfer. But that's the situation with salaries. Videographers, as you can see, we're going up 15% from 26 to 27. And in total, for salaries and videographer, we've gone from 142,024 to 159,120, a 12% increase. Everything else stayed basically the same. The lease has stayed at 6,000. The contracted services are at 500. Purchase of services went up 45%. That's because the bulletin administrator was making below the minimum wage. I shouldn't even mention that, but she was not making
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah,
That's-
so her
Massachusetts state law.
so her hourly rate was increased this year. So that's an increase on that line item. I increased the office supplies to $400 from previously having it at $200. 20% increase in supplies, that line item is used for equipment purchases, any video or peripheral equipment that we need is purchased out of that line item. And we have POs for Amazon and B&H. Under new equipment, we went in FY26 to FY27, an increase of 116%, 30,000 to 65,000. That is because we have to purchase a new switcher, a new Castus program server, which comes to approximately 53,000, and I budgeted over 2,000 for the installation. So that's going to eat up most of our capital for the year. We'll end up with around $10,000 for the year in case of any catastrophic failures. So it's not a lot of money, but the next line item, because we're going to be in contract negotiations with Comcast, we had to add money to a legal fees line item. So we added $12,000 for the year. There've been estimates. One estimate was 10,000, one was 8,000. I would tend to go with the $10,000 estimate from one of the attorneys, based on his hourly rate. Indirect costs. This is something I had to change. The initial indirect cost estimate increase was 20% on insurance. But that has since been adjusted to 9%.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So that number has changed. So it went from the indirect costs, which is insurance, went from $31,271 to $34,086. If you go down to user charges, those are the charges. They're not charges, they're the income that we receive from Comcast. So we estimate this year to receive 161,000 from Comcast in revenue or in fees.
What were you basing the increase on? Because I've heard that people are dropping out of Comcast.
Yeah, well, we're basing it on roughly $40,000 a quarter. However, our last quarter, we broke that, we broke 40,000, the amount of down, it went from 40,000 to $42,205. And for our November payment to $39,781,000 in February. So we estimated it at 40,000. We may be off, but that's roughly what it's going to be. We could lower that.
Yeah, I just don't, especially if we're not getting the revenue we've traditionally gotten. We don't want the town to think that we have more money than we do.
Right. Let me change that number
Based on February at least.
based on February. Maybe what we'll do is base it on 38,000 a quarter. Does that sound reasonable?
Mhm.
Yeah. Whatever, I mean, has Comcast projected what it's? No.
They don't
They
help
give
us out
as
in
little
any way.
Information as they possibly can.
Mm,
They do actually have to provide some auditable information. So I'm not sure where that ends up with. Let's see.
So at 38,000 times 4 payments, 4 quarters, that comes out to $152,000. I have to use my calculator.
Just having
Okay, our investment income is generally about $35,000 a year. And the FB used current year is the interest on our savings account. I just repeated what we got in FY 26 because our finance department, they're pretty far behind. We only have postings for interest only until October. So we don't have November through March. Well, it's February. So I have no way to know how much that is.
interest rates are around 3%, right?
It all depends what you're talking about.
Okay, I guess I read that about mortgages were getting down to
Mortgages are just under 6%.
under what?
6.
Oh, 6, okay,
Banks are getting a 3 point something.
Okay,
on
that's-
A lot of their accounts.
okay,
That's really good.
thank you.
So the revenue for PEG access, I'll have to make a change since we changed the Comcast fee
201,000.
201,000.
Actually, not 200. Not sure quite how that rounding. Anyway, you'll fix it probably.
I will. It's actually 200,000.
Yeah.
Um, so that's the full budget, and below that, the expense total is $297,506. That will be changed because of the change in the quarterly payments. And I will update the grand total or the delta as well.
27,506.41 roughly.
97 what?
97,000 plus the numbers that you.
506.41.
I don't.
And what that number signifies is what we are short in the budget, the $297,506 expense. So we need to, I'm not sure how the town is going to structure the warrant, but what we want to do is to get $97,506.41 from retained earnings. It may not be structured that way in the warrant. We may have to request whatever that 297 turns out to be. Request the full amount and Yeah, just request the full amount.
The potential issue here is if the retained earnings have not been approved yet for the May town meeting or
Right.
to the end of June when the financial year ends, which they aren't. On a good year, they're done by about October. That money last year was lent to us from the general fund. And we had a warrant that talked about putting it back in November. That all got messed up. But the last we heard, Joe, I don't know if you've heard anything else, is that Karen had said there's a simpler way of doing this.
Yeah, I haven't heard
Haven't
anything.
heard anything else. So we're hopeful we can get a way that's much more understandable. We've struggled with this step by step. So
Yeah,
we'll,
yeah.
someone else is actually going to, using this as a basis, we'll decide how the warrant has to be written, and will also, at the same time, tell us how the November warrant will need to be written. Compensate.
Right.
Making sense? Okay, second time this week.
Okay, if I will make those changes, but just to let you know, I have to submit this tonight to FinCom because we're
Yeah.
presenting Thursday, so I will go home and make these changes that are requested and then send them off. The next slide is a contingency budget. The numbers are small, so the next page shows numbers in a bigger.
So you would have to change the user charges on that page also.
Yes. Let me just make a note real quick.
Joe, I
Flat.
believe Jen
Flat's good.
offered to move us to the 12th if necessary.
I'm gonna see if we can get in for the 5th,
Okay.
if there's enough time for FinCom, because they need to ask questions. I have
Okay.
to answer questions before
Right.
I present.
Mhm.
And if I get it in tonight, I'm not sure that allows them enough time,
Okay,
so
They may,
move it. I'll have to ask.
just want to make sure.
Okay.
Joe, I like the way you have the major cost drivers down at the bottom too.
Yeah, that was their design.
Yeah,
They wanted to have that, and of course, under the contingency budget, I'm sorry, I skipped that. The space, the major cost drivers are space, lease, and storage costs, moving costs, and additional operation costs such as insurance. And in red on the next page, I have the moving cost, the insurance cost, and the lease cost, all estimated. We don't know exactly how much it's going to be yet. So I will recalculate this page, but everything's the same except for those 3 items
And the consequence at the bottom.
and the consequence at the bottom. I can send you these numbers after I update them. The next page is funding sources. It just shows our investment income at 17% and our Comcast franchise fee at 83%.
That's going to change as well, right?
Too bad we weren't in gold. Gold shot through the roof today.
Yes, right.
It's been growing
But
steadily.
silver went down.
Unfortunately.
Why? I'm sorry. wrong.
There's a collect. There's a collect.
Yeah, but this is driven by other issues. Not the Hunt brothers, was it?
I remember that, yeah, in Texas.
And back a year or 2. Sorry, moving right along.
Oh, okay, the next page, grants and revenue. overview of funding sources, active grants, we do not receive any grants, and revenue, again, is from Comcast. And I just mentioned here that it's been steadily declining over the past
That's a
4
nice
years.
So they can see that.
Yes,
So you're gonna put estimated, you're gonna fix that estimated 27 to be 1.
152,000.
Do you need to put in, oh, well, no, I guess you don't, because it's quarterly, they can figure that out. Based on 38,000 for
Is it 30?
your estimated 27,
38,000, okay,
right? Did you want to put down parentheses 38,000 times 4?
sure.
Because you have people who are looking at this and why is that number different than all the numbers
Mhm.
above?
Sure.
On this slide, you want to see it?
Yeah, you could just put estimated FY 27 38,000 slash quarter equals 152,000 slash year.
Okay.
Because everything on this page is quarter, and
Right,
you put a big number there.
right.
FinCom can probably figure it out.
The last slide is the summary and recap, which is very difficult to read, so if you go to the next page.
Thanks.
I really focused on at least planting the seed and in hopes that at some point it will come to fruition, but I am looking for some kind of investment from the town. I shouldn't say we would do well with some resources from the town. So if you care to read that and let me know if there's something you would like said or changed.
Pretty well said.
As well as stated.
Is it agreeable?
So, yeah,
You don't,
I lay the case out pretty
you
well.
lay it out, but you don't whine.
Yes.
But I don't what?
Whine.
No,
Stated very matter of fact.
It's just, this is the fact. We do this, we do this, we do this.
And if this
We will,
happens.
if this happens, we won't not be able to do this
Bad or this.
or that.
okay,
You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
stating facts, and I think that's the best way to go.
Would the FinCon commission, prefer to have an idea of what supplementation figures would look like?
I don't think we're prepared to present that at this point. We need the town to come around to the idea that that would be something advantageous for them to do
Okay,
prior to talking any real numbers.
okay, and then you wanna wait till the contract is done with Comcast before you ask for
I would think it's the leasing if we. Space, whatever happens with space.
Mm.
is gonna-
Yeah, yes, we have to,
That's true.
you have to
And
deal
that's what
with
the
that.
town probably should help out.
Yeah.
And I
because
think
we are
this
a town
is,
park.
I think
we
this is a
still can't-
prelude. I think this recap is more of a prelude to what next year's recap will be.
Yeah,
It's a prelude to actually coming out and asking for them.
Planting a seed.
yes.
Okay, all right, good job.
Okay, and that's all I have. Again, I'm gonna update these tonight. I'm gonna send you the spreadsheets that I updated for you to take a look at. I'm going to send this presentation to FinCom and wait for their questions, because they have sent each department questions prior to the presentation.
So thank you, Joe.
Thank you,
Uh,
Joe.
You're
what
welcome.
I would appreciate is either one or two motions that one can pick. Because of the bylaws that say we have to prepare and present, which I wasn't aware of that precisely until we put the policy book together. So we need a motion to approve this presentation with the updated numbers. And to either have a separate motion asking for, or authorizing Joe to present on our behalf. I'm just trying to stay within the way rules are written, trying to do the best I can
Oh,
here.
I'd be happy to make the motion.
Which one? Or do you want one or
I'll
two
do one.
motions? Okay,
And
just do one.
The other?
I'll second it, that was there.
Which one did you do?
Okay.
Approve the amended presentation
Yes,
as presented.
yes, thank you.
I'm glad you're in charge.
Yes.
On the tip of my tongue.
Well, it's just I've done a lot of these
Yeah.
amended things, it's called minutes.
Yes.
Okay,
And I will motion to have Joe,
wait, we have to vote on this.
Oh,
one.
we have to
vote.
Oh, yeah. So,
I will second. Or we
No,
are.
I already seconded that.
so what we're voting on is the
Amended presentation.
amended presentation. All those in favor? No, in any more discussion? Almost got,
I was gonna say, you have to ask for discussion.
see the race.
Yes.
That's a clue that I'm in a bunch of trouble. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say.
Aye.
I,
Now, Ryan.
And I motion to have Joe present the amended presentation to FinTech.
On behalf,
On behalf of Pacc.
I second that.
with two Cs.
Presentation,
Okay.
wait, to present amended presentation to FinCom. What was the second part?
In,
Would you second that?
I second
Yeah.
it, but that's not, he was asking, we're authorizing Joe to make the presentation in our behalf?
On our behalf. On behalf of Pacc.
Yeah, on behalf of PAC. That's, he was asking what the second part of the
Oh,
motion was.
So I'll read it.
Yeah.
Motion to have Joe Toll present amended presentation to FinCom on behalf of PAC.
any further discussion before he raises his hand again? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Being unanimous. So thank you, Joe. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sitting in front of a wood fire with a glass of single malt and a plate of cheese and cream.
Oh.
Do they allow that in the boardroom?
Yeah, it's got on these little solo stoves. We couldn't really. And everybody roasts marshmallows. Oh, meanwhile, back at the ranch, the PAC policy update comes next. Do we have anything of significance?
Wait, policy. First off, I redid the cover page. Right, and I sent it to you. I did find a videographer policy in paperwork that I had, so I added it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
sent it to you.
Yep, but I didn't.
A
it wasn't
while
on this.
ago.
It wasn't on this.
Okay.
So my only question is performance reviews. we have videographer, editor, administrator,
No editor.
no videographer, editor.
That's part of their job.
But I have a sheet that says videographer, editor, performance. Bulletin.
We're slightly stuck insofar as if that's what we've got, that's what Steve needs to put in.
Wait,
And if it's not what we've got,
Production.
then we'll fix it.
Okay,
But for the moment, it's
Vendor
what he's got.
performance review. That was the other thing, I have a vendor bulletin administrator. These are titled weird, I have trouble finding. It says
It's-
videographer,
I
editor,
created them, that's
broadcaster.
why.
Yes,
Says vendor, well, vendor to me is an outside group that comes in, so
Yes.
that's what confuses me. It says level 2 videographer, editor, broadcaster.
Okay, we're trying to make sure we have the correct
Right.
documents.
Yeah,
I mean, if they're not as ongoing work, we'll fix them. So that's what we have.
Where did you find this?
In the files that people sent me.
It was in a cave in France where there's some interesting paintings, so.
And I
I
have
may
to
have-
donate money to some queen in Africa who. In Nairobi or something like that.
Yeah,
Is
this
that-
is old.
Is it also take it out?
Yeah,
Okay. let
Oh,
me-
no, you can't take it out.
Yeah, we can, if is it currently being used?
no,
All right,
But
so
you-
we can make a motion to get rid of it.
You can do that, but tell me if I'm wrong on this, because you know this stuff and I don't. I don't believe you can make changes to these at the same meeting as the changes.
No, you have to
this.
announce it, that's true. You do have to. But on the flip side,
I need to hold.
what was on the flip side, we are trying to gather all of our policies to see
That's right.
the ones that we're using, the ones that we're just not using.
Right.
So was this ever a policy that you used?
I don't ever recall using that. I may have created that, but I don't think I ever
Well,
used
'cause
it.
it has your name on it.
Yeah,
It doesn't have a date.
Yeah.
Do we need such a policy or something?
No.
Ever used a level 2 videographer, editor, broadcaster?
no,
So,
Okay, so.
there's no such position, so,
Put it on the agenda for the next meeting. It's basically just a
Mhm.
policy update,
yeah, policy update, and that's a voting thing.
just trying. Yes.
Remove the Nairobi level 2 videographer, and it's a vote thing, so I have to write. vote on it.
Replace with two of the.
All right, I'm gonna write-
Roles.
That's videographer, editor, right?
yeah, we don't, there's no such job title.
So my other question is, all right, you have videographer reviews and bulletin administrator reviews, you don't do any other reviews? You don't review any other position?
I
Yes, you do.
should be, but I haven't. The town manager sends out, I can get the forms to do performance reviews.
Is that a town policy?
It's a town policy.
Should that be in our policy book as a reference?
I would think so.
Okay, so we're gonna need. Oh, I'm sorry, here. I had made copies for you. Oh, I'm sorry. And I did it on recycled paper. So on that, you need to write review videographer editor next meeting. And do you want to add that to, this is a work in progress.
Yes.
We're trying to, so that eventually we can put this online,
Right,
right, and then at every meeting, review one thing, I guess.
yeah.
So under the job descriptions, part 3. It looks like we have production technician and senior videographer.
Right,
So should the videographer editor be the senior videographer?
No, there never was a job title videographer editor. Cause we have to go by the job titles that
Yeah.
the town has. I may have created that way.
back just as a, so do we
Back.
need,
So we might
Um,
need to change that.
well, I just write, do we need another job review? We have bulletin and we have videographers, that includes the senior one and the regular one, right?
They're two separate things.
But it's the same review form.
Yes,
Production technique.
And production technician is the same review form?
yes.
Oh, it
Okay.
is? Oh.
So,
I'd have to check with the town manager.
Okay. It doesn't, you know, this is what we have, I understand.
Right.
We're trying to find out what works.
I would have
what
to
we're
check.
missing,
with-
do you wanna, is that something you can check and real
Yeah.
quick?
So for the agenda, should we put down, this,
Policy update.
oh, okay, but you know, if we're voting on something,
We're voting to remove,
yeah, well,
which is a good point. Even if we don't have to, we probably should just vote to,
mhm.
then it's
Yeah, I
official.
think so.
And the same thing with videographer, editor. There
Right.
is no position there, so that should be
We're gonna
removed.
vote to remove that at the next meeting. So what we're trying to do is find out what are all the policies, because at one point during the year, someone was asking us if, to look at our policies, and we said,
Yeah.
yes, we have policies. They're over there.
Mhm.
Behind the curtain.
Yes.
Ooh,
Door number 3.
door number 3. So we decided as a committee to put them all in one spot, and all the digital files will then be in one spot. And with the hope of putting them on the town website, so we can do it. So bringing in a policy, we don't have to vote on that. We're looking for all the different policies that we need.
Yeah,
This one showed up under some file somewhere, so we need to just get rid of it. That's more of a housekeeping thing.
mhm.
But since we are getting rid of an entire category.
Right.
We
Now-
should vote.
I'm tasked with finding out performance reviews for
Yeah,
production technician and videographer. How come production technician isn't on the performance
I didn't
review?
have anything from that, so we should add production. That's why I wrote, do we need others?
Yes,
So we need a production.
That's work to do, not where we're at.
See, then we now know we need a production tech. Oh, I spelled that wrong. No, that's pretty close. Let's see. Need to add. Do we, I don't know, do you have a performance review, or is that through town, or that, should
The
that be
town-
in here?
Heather Lemieux sent them out quite a long time ago. The forms for that. I'm gonna have to look into it, talk to
That's a
Julie.
town thing,
It's a town
because
thing,
you're a town employee.
right,
These people are under you,
right,
and you review their performance.
yes,
So that's why we need theirs. If someone wants to look at yours, they go to the town.
right,
So we don't need yours, we need all the little minions under you.
yeah, yeah. Let me talk to Julie and find out.
I mean, if we don't need it, that's fine. But I just printed everything that was sent to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then
That's
we
what
can.
we're
Yeah.
trying to do.
take
Well-
out.
the videographer editor, we could just line that out because there's no such job.
Right, but somewhere a file was created, so I have to agree with Steve, is we'll just vote it out at the next meeting.
Okay,
We have to publicly say we're
now
gonna vote it out.
videographer, we probably need to add, and senior videographer.
Oh, under performance reviews?
Yeah, if you're using the same one.
I think I'm using the same one for seniors and regular videographers. Videographer editor, that's the one you're gonna get rid of next time,
That's what
right?
you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
So we-
That's good, I think. And then I found purchasing policy procedure.
I
That-
just,
Use whatever file you sent.
yeah, that's nothing official. It's just I just
Oh.
outlined what our policy and our purchasing policy was.
So that's not an official policy?
No, I need to get you that,
You need, oh, we need the official one.
The town one?
the town one.
Okay, need to replace. Now, we can, in this book, put yours in. But we need to have the official one in,
Right,
and yours doesn't have to be posted.
right.
Say need to add. Official, see, we're finding all kinds of things. Official town
Step by step.
procedure. That's the one that says we can't give money to.
Again,
Yeah, I know. It's really, I've read it. It says no. But you can do Bitcoin. I hear you can do Bitcoin. I'm sorry. But I didn't know if there were any other policies. That's why,
Well, you've got the drone policy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if what
we did drone and equipment use. I remember doing that. And we did the campaign policy. Remember we did that?
Yeah.
Did we come up with a policy for outside district groups that we go to and water district, when we go to the water district, it was snafu on who did what.
Yeah,
Oh,
Did we create a policy?
we
did.
didn't, we did?
I thought we did,
I know we
that we would
recommended,
have the ability to,
right,
Yeah.
to do
Okay.
whatever the meeting requirements, whatever we saw fit to cover that meeting. Because I think there was some censorship involved.
well, they wanted to run the mics. And
Yeah.
wasn't giving us access to a sound that was quality enough to broadcast. Need water district.
Well, they also wanted to control who was speaking, I thought at the time too.
there's been a whole discussion on that on the mass access forum.
So,
Who mutes.
so I should probably also look to see if there's something in the minutes, huh? Maybe do- Fine.
That was like a year ago,
Yeah.
it seems like,
Well,
in
a
April
year or
or
2 years
something,
ago.
Well, their annual meeting is in March,
March.
so
But they had
it
an
might have
emergency.
come out
They had that.
before that.
It was the emergency meeting they had that went weird. They were
Yeah,
shouting,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
they were voting on something.
I thought we did this in April of last year, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, that sounds.
It was a
about right.
response, so that.
Yeah, it was a
okay.
response to
I
the
will,
meeting.
I will check to see what it says in minutes, or if we came up with a piece of paper, or,
Yeah,
a
I'll
paragraph.
look through my documents too, and see if I have it.
Between the two of us, we'll find it.
That's
Okay.
right.
So once again, this is just, we're trying to figure out what policies we have. That way we can figure out if we need to have a policy
Exactly.
to cover our.
So both ways, if
Yeah.
some of them are redundant, deal with that. If we are missing some, create
And
them.
the bylaws and stuff is
That's
just
okay.
there as to
The
understand
reference
our
appendix,
role. It's not
right.
really a policy, it's our role,
Mhm.
how the town sees our role. Okay, that sounds good.
That's a good question.
So, policy update, looking to. water.
Okay, there for me to vote on anything there, as far as I can tell, are you sufficiently done at this point?
Oh, yeah, yes.
You can Jim Ray, would that be about right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you looking for a motion to adjourn?
No.
No.
I'm looking to carry on with the agenda.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
It sounded like you were.
No, I'm just trying to keep things rolling.
Oh,
So next on the agenda is the studio space update.
No master plan update.
Oh,
For whatever reason, I didn't take it off. There is no master plan update, I assume.
I inquired about when that will be published, and they had their last meeting via Zoom last week, so it should be coming soon.
Results, last meeting.
Is that meeting up on the YouTube or
Yes,
is that, no, we may be able to fast forward through the meeting and ensure that Pacc is there. Studio space is what I do.
the meeting was like, as far as I recall, not sure, but I thought the meeting was very short. I think they were approving minutes. And
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't think it was a very big informational meeting.
yeah, okay, good to know, thank you.
Now,
Well, that's kind of you.
I didn't look, it's just right, it was the right studio space up there.
Okay, studio space, okay. You want to talk, you want me to
Sure.
talk, or should we just talk on top of each
Talk on top of each other. We're meeting with Nate Glenny of FATV on March 4th, time to be determined. We didn't
other?
determine
I
a
don't have the
time.
I was trying to find it.
Yeah, I'll find out tomorrow. Still in the early stages of discussion. A lot of details to work out. Specifically cost of being there, division of work.
And one more. The legalities of working with a 501c3. Nobody, as far as we can tell, understands if there are consequences, there may be none,
Yeah,
but nobody understands that we've spoken to so far.
exactly.
503C, right?
50C,
501c3.
501c3,
I always
where
get
the
that wrong.
C's in parentheses, but if you put it in Microsoft, it changes it to copyright.
That's right.
That's extremely annoying habits.
If you put a colon in a parentheses, it turns into a smile.
Yeah, it does. I put a smiley in parentheses, but it panicked. Meanwhile,
Okay. Okay.
so.
So we'll know more after this week,
Mhm.
at least stage 1 we're in,
Have you
0.1.
checked,
0.1.
have you checked out Leominster?
No, we have not.
Okay, so if it doesn't sound good with Fitchburg, you'll try.
Well, probably. It's likely we will.
I know they both have big facilities.
Yeah.
Would we? Are they offering us a space?
Yes.
Or co-op space? Probably said that one. Our own little space with,
They're offering us a couple of offices, some storage space, and timeshare their studio.
that's what
And
else?
yeah, that's, and our studio, we wrap up in bubble wrap and put bows on it and store it some.
Okay, that would be, town should pick up that cost.
Nicely said.
That would be nice.
Could store it at the Pacc.
We actually can.
You could, because it's an inanimate object.
Yeah.
And if it's not plugged in,
Or the basement of the town hall, is the other suggestion, we're not sure
Oh,
if that makes any sense. I thought they had documents down there.
yeah, but we have video equipment
Oh, yeah.
and
they're,
it doesn't like moisture.
So everybody starts saving those little silica packages.
I have a bunch.
Would they, you were talking about, some of the things you'll be discussing at Fitchburg, was the sharing responsibilities was one of the things you mentioned, was that like using, you know, making a group of videographers and using anybody, like using Fitchburg videographers or them using Lunenburg?
Those are the kind of details we have to work out because it gets kind of hairy because of who we pay, who we don't pay.
Mhm.
you know, if we do projects together with them, which we likely will be doing projects with them. For instance, a news program. If Lunenburg has a piece in that news program or is part of that news program, then I would pay our videographer who was working on that. But I wouldn't be paying the Fitchburg employee who was
Mhm.
working on that. There's a lot of little details we have to work out.
But one of the biggest problems we have at the moment is we don't even know what questions to try and answer.
Mhm.
With that
That's right.
far, because we've only just met them, so we've got to come to a very high level of understanding in
Mhm.
principle only.
And
then
usage of
that
their
will generate
equipment.
all this stuff.
Yeah,
We're not even close enough to know if we could even go there. We have no idea yet. So we're trying to do it logically.
now, is the town, legal services, are those available?
Yes,
They're available, we haven't used them.
Yeah.
To find out.
when we
those
get more information,
questions.
we definitely will see the attorney.
Mhm.
Good. Well, at
Should
least
do it
it's
in
full.
England, they have
Yeah.
their
Yeah,
powdered wigs in it. They're called barristers.
Mhm.
And I read somewhere why they really. And I'm not going to, all right. Because we're gonna keep moving.
So we've told you as much as we know at this point. The only really magic word is ongoing. So
Well, I guess another question to ask would be, does their town have to get involved with approving it?
no, they're a 501c3.
Oh, okay, so,
So that's one of the few clear things.
okay,
yeah, they're independent of the
Right.
town,
So they have.
and that's what our
board of
differences
directors.
are.
Mhm.
So we don't know if they have to be a vendor to us to sell us space. in those systems. We don't have a clue. And we haven't heard of anyone else who has a clue either.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Well,
Yeah, it's unusual or
oh, lots of things unusual.
not to have any space in the town.
Yeah. Fitchburg is close enough, it's not
Yeah.
terrible. They've got a
Jackson.
lovely situation over there. I think it would be a nice fit if we can work out all the details,
Mhm.
but
You just have to drive around the center of Fitchburg twice. to get to their parking.
I've been there.
By the way, my truck will be in the shop on Wednesday.
okay,
So would you mind?
not at all,
Thank you.
not at all.
I took it in for new tires. It came back needing a brake job.
Mhm.
Oh, it's
You
always
wouldn't
something.
believe the noise it's making at the moment.
Mhm.
Almost got buttercup out. It's pretty cold out here.
it is pretty cold. Tomorrow.
Yeah, no, to come here, I was going to,
Oh.
this is limited in use to come to this meeting and get to the garage, which is in Fitchburg. So,
All right then.
okay, so we will keep you online, inline, whatever. Cable Advisory Committee,
I met with the select board. And they approved the committee,
but they changed the name.
did they?
Yeah.
When was it?
Well,
I
it's
forgot to
supposed to
bring that-
be
I forgot to bring
Cable
that.
Advisory Committee, but you, in your email, you put Comcast Advisory Committee.
Oh, I
Is
will
it,
check, I forgot to bring that. I'm looking going.
I believe it's Cable Advisory Committee.
That was
I
the
thought it
intent,
was.
and I'm trying to work out because it
Whatever
is
my email
specific
was.
to Comcast. But we're not advising Comcast, which is kind of. what
I
it
will
looks
have to
like.
check, I will check, I'm assuming
Anyway.
whatever my email, they approved whatever.
Put it
email
on
they
your
sent.
to-do list, yeah.
Check, name of cable.
Were you approved to be on this?
Mm.
committee?
No, I was told in no uncertain terms that we have to vote on who is on that committee tonight, which is why it says Cable Advisory Committee update vote. Um,
Can I make a motion?
you can,
I motion that Steve, not me,
Mm,
and Brian, not me either, being members, representing PAC, two Cs, on the Cable Advisory Committee.
I second that.
Good plan. Do we need any further discussion on that particular aspect? Hearing none, all those in favour say aye.
Aye.
so, Jen knew way more about it than I did. If you watch the video, she explains a lot of it. Like what we're not doing. There's no rates, there's no nothing, it's just basically the services to the town kind of thing. And
Okay,
she was trying to make sure the public, she says, what happens when we do this? The public thinks that we're going to
Yeah.
negotiate the new cable charges.
Yeah,
No,
No.
so she went through some of that. So what happened is, I see, I left my notes. There's someone on the select board already on, it is. What's her name?
one chance and five.
Amanda?
Amanda,
Okay, or Renee, which
the
she,
one that sits in the middle.
well, they're
The-
both
The young one,
Amanda,
the one that I had you banned.
Amanda.
Okay, Amanda. Amanda is on it. Brian and I are now on it, and they agreed for someone,
Two more.
2, 3, 2 more.
Yeah.
So, my wife, someone told me today that they've seen it on Facebook.
I saw
saw
something
it.
about it.
On Facebook, they were gonna advertise it. So, now that Brian and I are officially in, we need to find 2 more people to be on the committee.
Is that your responsibility?
Not necessarily, no.
That's
I
what.
see, I'm not even the chairperson.
Right,
I did tell them that it was probably gonna meet on Mondays. Because Mondays are,
the first of the
open.
month.
well, yeah, the first of the month, from 6 to 7:30. In this adult room, because I have access. Good luck to you.
But they,
That way there was kind of out there that, I was looking at Monday, because there are so many other meetings on other
Yeah.
nights, and Monday I'm available.
the,
Sorry, I keep,
that's for the committee to decide.
decide, oh, yeah, and then to decide who's gonna be the chairperson.
Right,
Secretary
you
and
have to
all that.
do that at your first meeting.
Right.
And it's the responsibility of the select board to come up with 2 other
2 other
people.
people.
And the select board needs to not swear them in, but
Right,
have to do their piece of the work. So-
but I'm assuming we need to get the word out,
Yes.
because no one probably even knows that this is happening.
Mm,
So, everyone here, pass the word around to people you think might be interested. I didn't want to do anything until we were officially
Mhm.
That makes
nominated
sense,
to be on the committee. That's just so it wouldn't look
Now,
weird.
do the people who negotiate the rate with, for the town is,
No, whatever services for the town.
You were negotiating. It doesn't matter what was said.
Yeah.
The contract includes the rate.
So it does conclude,
The rate,
The
May not-
the franchise fee percentage,
right, that cannot. go
not
up.
a consumer
right,
rate.
okay,
see, that's why you gotta, that's why I'm
Right,
listening to
so
it going, I
it's
don't know if that's
vocabulary.
the right word.
Mm.
So what the franchise percentage is the maximum allowed by law.
Right.
So the only thing we can do is negotiate. It's the same. You can negotiate it down, but please don't.
I know. But
Then
there are,
there's the
Capital-
infusion.
Capital infusion.
there are tidbits that can be negotiated, services, whether it's, you wanna, there was something about the
HDTV
cable
channels.
HDTV channel. Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff.
All that stuff.
To see
has
if
to be
we-
done.
So we'll have to start creating that list, from you guys who know what you need.
Mhm.
So the plan, yes, I believe the select board are the people.
Yeah.
They're the ones who go out and look, but whoever might be interested needs to go fill out a interest form with the town.
Talent form.
Thank you, talent form, and then from there, the select board would yay or nay that person.
That's right.
I would assume they would give us a heads up,
No, I just show up at the next meeting.
they'll just show up. Okay, I have not
Okay.
received any information from the town, I have actually checked my town email. And nothing from the town, so I haven't gotten an update.
I received an email from the town manager's executive assistant asking who from Pacc is going to be on the cable advisory committee.
So I need to, so,
So I responded
okay,
and said Steve
Okay,
Archambault
very
and
cool.
Brian, how do you say your last name?
Vienna.
Vienna. Yeah,
so they know that,
so now they know.
it's official.
They already
Well,
knew, I
I
think.
told them who was gonna be.
Yeah,
the
but
two members.
she probably just,
And she said, no, you have to vote on that.
Yeah.
As secretary, you should advise her that the vote was taken
Yeah.
at tonight's meeting,
I should,
and they were approved, so. Just what I'm saying, stay within the rules, okay?
send execs.
I realized this job was gonna be so. much
Jennifer
fun.
Warren.
What?
Good. All right, so that's where we're at the moment. You're been, we're looking at lawyers.
Yes,
And you present that to the committee, or do
I
we,
sure can.
or do we?
I received a letter from, I spoke to two lawyers over the phone. I received a letter from one of them. And Jen asked me to see that letter. I sent it to Jen already. So I can provide the letter to the cable advisory when you're formed.
Right, yeah, so we have to wait to reform this
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I would recommend the lawyer that sent the letter, but that's up to the committee to decide.
But we've also had him recommended by a number of.
Yes, a
Right.
number of other
Yeah.
When we get
places.
to that point, we'll ask,
Okay,
we'll make sure to get your info.
okay.
So,
The other thing you will need to do fairly early on is to have anyone who has knowledge or needs relative to the contract to meet with you. Things like the HD TV channels, how to configure them, whole bunch
Okay.
of stuff like that.
say that again,
A wish list, so,
yeah, we have to create a wish list.
but you need to work with the people that are suffer from whatever the contract has.
But we could create a wish list, and then as a committee, we then have to talk to people.
But whichever way you want to do it, because you're running, well, you're not running this thing.
I'm not running it yet, but I also don't know. This is new, you've done it before, so I would heed your advice.
Yeah.
I would. I'm not totally down in the.
Actually, the American way is like that.
No, that's the guy in
Malone.
the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
I've
right.
seen the original. I've seen two of the originals. So, okay, that would be something. If you could start, I know your spare time, jot down a few wish list things pertaining to that.
Well,
I don't,
it's really
it's,
hard to do that right now,
okay,
especially while we're in a major transition,
Okay.
trying to figure out where we're gonna live and what we're gonna need
Right.
and how we're gonna need it. The easiest, not the easiest, but the one thing definitely is the HD channels. That's on the list right now.
just one
Also,
channel, two channel.
Well, that's what.
well, we
every-
love three.
That's everyone for. You start with asking for four. We have the best of, and we have the three individuals. And then we can also tell
I
you
like that we,
where we'll end up.
Minimum of three.
But anyway,
We may end up with one, but,
the other, exactly.
and also,
Access to
the
EPG.
attorney, oh, I'm sorry.
I say access to the EPG. We always ask for that.
Yeah.
Um,
CBG.
we do need the,
Was that the table of contents one? I
no,
mean,
no, electronic program guide.
yeah, electronic program guide.
Yeah.
The contents of what's, I mean, the
Right. Nobody's
list of
succeeded in
what's
getting that.
happening at
Well,
what time.
You ask for it, so. you know.
Oh, with that, we there, so when it says our thing, it says what's on, rather
Yeah.
than.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the access change.
Right now, it just has
Yeah.
8-hour blocks or something.
Right, okay, got it.
The attorney that sent the letter, when we were on the phone, he mentioned that Ockers provides a service to help with our capital needs. That's something to keep in mind. To help us build what we need for
Anything there.
anything that's
capital
going
infusion,
on,
you
the
mean?
capital infusion,
Okay.
yeah,
How do you spell Ockers?
Ockers. I don't know how much that would cost, but
It costs more than the.
the capital.
That's not what
No.
it-
Okay,
Right now,
Um,
I'd start with what we asked for.
so what I'll do is I'll send that note to Jen. Saying that we're on, and I will ask, the progress of. Two volunteers.
Yeah.
And ask. Progress of the two volunteers.
And when Pacc was recreated, let's see, when we funked for a variety of reasons, some 12 years or so ago, something. The first meeting actually was called by the town clerk or something. You were the very first one of the new Pacc committee.
The town clerk,
Wasn't that who was there to set up the first
Kathy
meeting?
Herrick?
maybe,
I
maybe,
think it was her.
yeah, I
Because
vaguely remember,
nobody had the authority to call a meeting.
right,
Oh,
So she called a meeting, basically. I mean, she talked to other people to make sure it was a time, place was gonna work. And at that first meeting, that's when you do two things, which you already mentioned. Chair, secretary, treasurer, minion, and drone, all at different levels. And, best day to meet. Best day of time to meet.
I did tell them that it would just meet occasionally until it got to the point where the negotiating, whatever gets to the point where you have to meet, like FinCom does. So to speak, you get the budget season,
well, there are steps prior to the negotiations, you have to do an ascertainment process. And which usually involves a survey,
Mhm.
um,
And at least one public meet.
and a public
Yeah.
hearing.
Is there?
Where
a
people
list
get up and complain about their
Yeah,
bills, which
yeah,
has
that's
nothing to
the-
do with us.
There's a list of things we have to do, okay.
But that's the attorney's job. We're just speaking from them.
No, I knew we have to have public meetings, we have to do public surveys, we have to do.
Well, I mean, surveys sent out by mail or?
They're typically not by mail, they're usually like available at town hall or available at the senior center,
And the Wayland convened.
probably
online, yeah.
There are 4 places that are official for the placed. And the book goes out with all the warrants and things in the places that has to be made. Posted to, for the town meeting, for instance.
Okay, so that's where we're at with that. So we're at the preliminary discussions.
Mhm.
Okay. Next, thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
And good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry. The last item, 2 more items on the agenda. One is the state of the investment account. I don't have anything to add to that. The last one is a motion to,
Okay, so there's now, motion to adjourn.
you see, you do it.
I will second the motion.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't say enterprise until the very last word, so. What time is it? What time down, I always forget something.
You're running late. Wow.
Brian, Steve,
So No requirement for discussion, all those in favour say let's get that out.
No, well, we spent time on a couple of things that we needed to spend time
Yeah.
on.